one team.
I think
when the third league,
when the games are bigger, I think players raise their performance.
Yeah. That's what I
from Liverpool.
That's what
players like Salah.
Everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we'll be talking about the weekend preview. And with me today is Oreoluwa. Oreoluwa, I'm happy to have you here once again.
Yes, I'm returning back on the show. I'm happy to be here. I took a week off.
Yes.
It's always nice to discuss with you about football, especially the Premier League we all love.
Yes.
So thank you for having me.
Firstly, we'll be talking about the match 16 preview, which they just concluded this weekend, and next to the match 17 preview, which will be played over the weekend.
Yes.
So before that one, let's talk about the first match which was played over the weekend, which is Liverpool versus Crystal Palace.
Yes. When I was watching that game, when Crystal Palace were leading, I thought they were actually going to take the game.
Yes.
Like when then till Jordan Ayew got the red card, and almost instantly Liverpool equalized. Yes. I think that has been like their strength this season, gaining points from losing positions. Yes. And I think he's doing good. Slowly. Yeah. Nobody has put them in the Premier League title race, but suddenly they are top of the league.
Yeah, maybe because of that team are losing.
Yes. I know. I like the way they've gone about it. The expectations wasn't like seasons before.
Yes.
When we had Salah, Mane, Firmino, but I think Liverpool are doing well. Hopefully, I think they'll be back in the Champions League at the end of this season. They're considering the way other teams are.
I think they are title contenders.
Yes, I think so. If they can keep all their players fit, I think they are title contenders.
Thank you very much for that. So before you go on, I hope you love what you are saying. This is from Greatment Synergy. They deal with jacuzzi, house materials, marbles and tiles, and all kind of house materials. So you'll be seeing their contacts on the screen. So you just contact them for it. So thank you very much. So moving on to Man City versus
Luton Town.
Yes.
Wow. Now Luton Town once again, having scored 3 against Arsenal,
yes.
Still got ahead, got the lead against Man City.
I was even thinking they would.
But Man City, they promised a reaction.
Yes.
After the last game, I think they lose.
They lost.
I think they lost. They promised a reaction. Aston Villa, yes, and I think he got the reaction he deserved, especially without Bernardo Haaland. I think Bernardo Silva played an exceptional game that day.
Yes.
Even Jack Grealish also. So it was a good response, and he led that marker.
Yes.
He said, when other teams don't win the league, nobody talks about it. But if Man City do not win the league, everybody talks about it. And he said he is going to win the league. So I think Guardiola is ready for everybody. And let's not forget, these are the times when Guardiola actually start picking up those points. Picking up 7 straight wins, 8 straight wins. Before you know, he's back at the top. So I think Man City are definitely not tied to pushovers. They're still going to be in contention, come what may. I think so, yes. So,
that's good. Lua said Man City are still coming up for their title.
Yes,
so moving on to Manchester United versus Bournemouth.
Wow.
Lost in at Old Trafford.
Wow, that game. I don't know.
Heartbreaking for United fans.
Yes. And I listened to someone on Talk Sports on the UK.
Yes.
He said the thing with Man U is they do not have control. Even games when they are winning, Man U do not have control of games. And it's absolutely the truth. I mean, Bournemouth have not been so fantastic. But so they come to Old Trafford and they win 3-0.
Yes. But I think they are in form recently.
Yeah, they are in form recently.
I mean, their last 5 matches, maybe they lost one.
Yeah, but you know, when you come off a big win like a match against Chelsea, you expect the momentum to keep up going, heading into Bayern Munich, which is a win of both games.
That's what make their fans angry, because they want Chelsea to win, which will play very fast football, and they coming up to Old Trafford again and lost to Bournemouth.
It was very crazy, and I don't know how Ten Hag is going to rally up the guys. I don't know what's happening to them. It's been very, very. I mean, if you look at Man U, they haven't drawn a game all season. It's either they win or they lose. So I don't know. I think they have to just find a way to manage to control games. So just try to get a win, and I think
they really serve their fans breakfast.
No, they're a lot.
If they won that match, they would have.
I'm telling you, it was really, really heartbreaking.
So moving on to Arsenal versus Aston Villa.
Oh wow!
Unai Emery against his former team.
Yes, I mean 15 straight wins. And let's not forget, Arsenal was also the last team to beat him at that stadium. Last season, the 4-2 win. Yes, so coming into this game, let's not I actually expected Arsenal to also score and Aston Villa to score, but Arsenal missed clear chances.
But
So
what do you think about the game? Arsenal was like they are appealing for some penalty and
let's forget that. I think they had their clear chances and they wasted them. Odegaard inclusive, I think he missed like the best chance in the match. And very good one for Unai Emery and his boys.
yes,
At home they are unplayable this
they
season.
are
They
very,
play
very,
off the
you know
park.
they won Manchester City
Manchester
before
City then Arsenal. I mean,
yes,
it's like the top two teams in the Premier League
Premier
before
League,
this
yes,
match day.
yes.
So it says a lot about the work Unai Emery has done. And I'm really happy for him, to be honest. I think he has been a very good coach, but doesn't get the credit he
How do you see
deserves.
them this season? Are they title contenders or can we call them title contenders? Seeing what they are playing and at this time of the at this time of the season,
and
you know we are going to
the business
yes,
ends, yes. Especially when you have the pictures piling up.
Yes.
My issue will be, do they have a large squad to deal with this kind of fixtures? If they do, then I think fine. I think Aston Villa, let me not say title contender, but I think they want to qualify for the Champions League. I think they might do.
I think if they go on with this present form by January, February, so I think
yeah,
I
it should
will
be clear.
officially call
And
them
I'm sure
title
with
contenders.
this track record Emery has,
Yes.
I think the board will also back in the January transfer window. If he comes and says he need enough players to mount an assault on the title challenge, I think it's possible. I think he's a good coach.
So that's very good. So let's talk about the Nigeria boys like Fulham. That's Fulham. They won 5-0 to Nottingham Forest. The last game and 5-0 to West Ham.
Wow.
So
I mean,
that was very good. You know, West Ham beat Tottenham 2-1 and coming to Fulham to lose 5-1.
After that game,
yes.
I read the stats where it said Fulham have been the ones who have scored the most goals.
Yes.
I think it was in November or so. It was just so crazy. 5-0, 10 goals in 2 days without conceding any. I mean, it says a lot about their recent resurgence. I'm happy for them. Fulham always play nice football under Marco Silva. Yes, so I'm really happy for them. Willian is playing well. Our boys are also playing well. It will be Calvin Bassey. They also really, I think it will be got 2 goals in the match before. Yes, so I think it's really, really good for them. Good for us as a country. Yes.
So moving on to Tottenham and Newcastle. You know, Newcastle they lost back to back.
Yes. I think Newcastle have been dealing with too many injuries this season.
Yeah, but everybody have injury. Manchester United have injury. And you know they beat Manchester United, they beat Chelsea. So even Tottenham, the same Tottenham had injury. They have several injuries.
It's true, but I think I think Newcastle haven't really grasped what it means to like play midweek football and also play Premier League football. So I think it's really catching up to them. Hopefully, Eddie Howe can have a chance in January transfer window to get in few players. They lost, but I think my focus from that game was I think their main game will be Milan on Wednesday this night.
Yes.
So that game, I have lost that game, but I think their main game will be Milan on Wednesday night. I think they can, if possible, they can actually qualify from that group. It was a disappointing performance. Disappointing performance.
Maybe let's say Tottenham take revenge of last season when they beat them for 6-1.
Yes, it's true. Yes. Oh, I remember that game. Yes, I didn't remember that game. I didn't remember that game. Just 5-0. Oh yes. I really remember that game. Yes, was so crazy. Was so crazy. I mean, it was good for Tottenham, especially with Charlie getting back among the goals.
They lost 5 matches.
Back to back. Yes. So also good for the coach. I think, good for Tottenham. Good for Tottenham.
So anyway, that's all for the match 16 preview. I'm moving next to match 17 preview. So we're having Tottenham against Nottingham Forest. That's the first match for match 17 preview.
Oh wow! I think
Nottingham Forest at home.
Nottingham Forest drew the last game against Wolves.
Yes.
I think that might give them a bit. And if you look at Tottenham this season,
I was even thinking if actually they lost that match, maybe their coach will start at least by now.
Is it who?
Their coach, Copper.
Okay, Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, Nottingham Forest
coach. I think it was one that kept them in the Premier League last season.
Yes.
So I like the way, if you look at this season compared to last season, more managers have been sacked at this point of the season compared to now. I think just one manager has lost his job. The guy at Sheffield United. Yes, so I think there's been a lot more faith in managers this season.
Even this season was not balanced. Some team losing, and the way you lose, you win.
Yes. So
Manchester United win, they lose. Even Man City, Liverpool, everyone.
So I think this season has been a bit of topsy-turvy for clubs, for managers, and I like the faith being shown in managers, to be honest. It gives a certain type of stability. Let's look at Burnley, for example. They have very low points, but they still kept faith with Vincent Kompany. And they won their first game the match day before, 5-0 against Sheffield United. Yes, so I think it's been good.
That's right. So what do you predict for the game? Nottingham Forest at home.
At home against Tottenham.
Yes.
I think I think Nottingham Forest. I think a 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw, right?
Yes.
So Oreoluwa said 1-1 draw.
Nottingham always concede
So
anyway.
let's
So
watch that. So moving on to Chelsea versus Sheffield United. Chelsea is at home playing at Stamford Bridge. They went away to Everton. They lost at Everton. So let's even talk about that one.
I don't know what to expect from Chelsea anymore this season. To be honest,
I'm so disappointed.
So disappointed. And I also had Pochettino gave the boys a break.
Yes.
That they go for a night off after the game.
Yes.
I don't know if that is the type of reaction you want. I mean, if you lose games like that,
yes,
you want your players to be fired up.
What do you think is happening to Chelsea? They lost to Manchester United. You can see how Manchester United handled the game.
Yes.
Apart from that one, we are even thinking maybe they will bounce back against Everton. And now they lost 2-0. Like it's bad.
I think
it's frustrating.
Sorry, Chelsea fans. Sorry for what I'm about to say. But I think if you look at the Chelsea squad of years compared to now, you had captains of national teams, Germany, Cote d'Ivoire, England, in one dressing room. But I think right now, I don't know. I think they do not have the leadership.
Maybe according to what we said the last time, we said maybe they signed lots of players, they just pack every one of them together.
And I think
no direction, no formation.
To be honest, yes. So it takes a lot for these players to gel. Let's not forget, they are also young players. Some of these guys, they've got barely have 2 years of professional footballing experience before they got them into the club. So it takes a lot for them to actually come together and form a good cohesive unit. So I don't know what to expect for Chelsea, to be honest. I don't know. So I think they will win it because Sheffield United have been bad.
They should win.
They should win it. At least for their fans.
So what do you predict for the game?
I think Chelsea will win it. I think they will win it.
Scoreline.
Let's say 2-1, 2-0.
Okay. No problem. So moving on to Aston Villa's Arsenal versus Brighton.
Arsenal versus Brighton. Let's not forget. Yes. Arsenal won away at Brighton last season.
Yes.
Brighton won at the Emirates last season 3-0. Yes. They actually killed off Arsenal titles last season.
Yes.
I think Brighton, looking at Brighton this season, they've been scoring in almost every match they've played.
Yes.
So I think every match. Yes. So I think I'm going to score Arsenal. I think I'm going to score Arsenal. And that's not winning.
So anybody that wants to predict that, just say Brighton to score 1 Brighton 0.5. Yes,
I think so. I think Brighton are going to score. I think I'm going to score. I'm going to put off a fantastic performance. Will they win the game? Maybe not. Because they've been dropping too many points. Yes.
And even Arsenal lost.
Yes, Arsenal lost.
And they are at home now.
Yes, so they want to bounce back. It's going to be a tough game at the Emirates, but I think Brighton have all it takes to want Arsenal. Yes. I think
so what do you think? What do you predict for the match?
I think. Let's say. Let me not talking now. I don't have. And I said I'm over 2.5.
Over 1.5. But so moving on to Manchester City versus Crystal Palace. Manchester City at Etihad.
Crystal Palace have been on a poor run of form. And since
I think that last match against Liverpool, they should see something in that game, if not for the red
card. Yes. They should have seen something from that game, but the red card.
Alizé was good in that
game. Yes, was also good in that game. Yes, I agree with you. But going to the Etihad, I think Man City are going to win it. And I don't know if Eliana is going to be back. But if he's not going to be back, I think City are just going to make it. Yes, so
moving on to the big one, to the biggest one of the weekend.
Liverpool against Man U fans.
Bruno Fernandes missing the game.
Fans. In fact, I read somewhere that someone said Bruno Fernandes collected a yellow card intentionally.
What do you think is happening? Like, I really used to think of something like, Manchester United versus Liverpool. I was thinking if it's a small team that is going there won't be prayer and they will just play their normal game. But they will just catch Man U and just beat them as if they are just one team.
I think when the third league, when the games are bigger, I think players raise their performance.
That's what I
think. From Liverpool. That's players like Salah.
There are teams that are not even up to Manchester United last season, and Liverpool can't even.
Yes. I think the rivalry. They are both from the north. I think northwest of England also. So the rivalry is very, very close. And I think Liverpool for the recent years have gotten a lot over Manchester United. Since Jurgen Klopp came over, Man U have been the one losing most of these fixtures. So I think Liverpool are going to win it. Sorry, Man U fans.
Because it's let me just say it's 80-20.
Yes, Liverpool are going to win.
So that's very good anyway. So what else do you see about Everton this season?
Everton. I mean, right now they have 13 points.
Yes.
They are not in the relegation zone anymore.
If they have not deducted that 10 points, they'll be behind Chelsea.
Yes, they'll be 1 point behind West Ham, who are like seventh or eighth.
Yes.
So I think it was a good reaction win for Everton. Beating Newcastle 3-0, Chelsea 2-0.
No. I can't even believe it. I can't believe that.
Those
Against
are
Newcastle.
yes, especially against Newcastle.
2 clean sheets back to
Two clean
back, 5
sheets. So
goals.
I think going into their next match, it gives
very
them
good.
a lot of belief and confidence.
Yes.
I think they are also going to win their next game with this recent form they've been in. I back Everton. I like them. What I like them was going to the past previous 2 seasons. I don't know if you remember the game they won against Crystal Palace last match of the season. I don't know if you
game, I can remember one of their games which they didn't win. Maybe they are leading 2-0 to the 93 plus. Maybe against Newcastle, I think so.
No, the one I'm talking about is Crystal Palace winning them 2-0.
Yes.
They need to win that game to stay in the Premier League.
Yeah. The last 2 seasons.
Yeah, last 2 seasons. Yeah.
Which Charlison score.
Yes. So
I remember the game.
So I think what has happened in recent years has brought the fans closer to the team. Yes. So I think Everton right now, they are playing for their fans.
If it was not for the 10-point deduction,
they should yes.
No, because last season and last season
they were fighting relegation. Yes. And to be honest, since new manager has come in, Abdoulaye Doucouré has scored 11 Premier League goals for Everton. So it's been like their main player under Sean Dyche since he came in. So I think he's also going to put in a big performance. I think Everton are going to win their next game.
Well, you know, Sheffield United. Let's talk about Sheffield United. Yes. They won Brentford in their last game.
Yes.
So
yes, I think Chris Ryder is back. He was their manager before in the Premier League. Yes, I think he's coming. He's a big manager.
And now they are facing Chelsea at Old Trafford, like you said.
Yes, so before the game against Liverpool, I think he wanted a psychological reaction from the players. Yes. He took them to a local park to train, but see, they lost the game. There are things psychology cannot do for you. If you're not good enough, you're not good enough. So, yes, so I think Chelsea might just sneak it. I think they might just sneak it. But you know what the reaction from his players obviously.
So I think
Chelsea will make it. Yes.
So like I said the other time, if you want to buy this jacuzzi, you can contact Wavelength Synergy. Their number will be on the screen. And so thank you very much. That's all for the Match 17 preview. Oreoluwa, I'm happy to have you here.
Thank you very much once again. Always nice to be here.
So if you haven't subscribed, I want you to do that right now. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the notification bell. So thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank
you very much.